You are now tuned in to the archives with Adam and Fab. Without further ado, here are your hosts. Welcome to another episode of the archives with Adam and Fab. Today we have another amazing guest on our episode. Man, we just can't even fathom it, but it's definitely one that we've been excited for and been working diligently on. But today we have Quinton Aaron on. Quinton, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
It's always a good day to wake up and breathe some fresh air, right?
Absolutely. Another day the Lord has made. I'm blessed.
Exactly. That's without a doubt. So, I wanted to jump in and, everybody knows who you are. I mean, let's be honest, you are a household name and whatnot. So would you mind telling everybody who you are outside of acting? You want to share a little bit of info?
Outside of acting, I like to think of myself as a secret agent. No, I'm just playing. When I was growing up, I was convinced I was going to be the first Black James Bond once upon a time, but
it's never too late.
Yeah, I think God had other plans. That's why He made me larger than life. It's pretty hard to be a secret agent when you're 6'8".
Oh, 6'8", and you got me beat. I'm like 6'5".
Oh, okay, but you tall though. You tall.
I am. Okay, so yeah, is there anything else you want to share? I mean, you come from New York.
Yeah, born and raised in the Bronx. Repping the Yankees. I grew up. Music was my first love. I always had a passion for music and singing, and my mom influenced that kind of love in me because she was always playing the oldies, always. And so I grew up on, the Stevie Wonders, Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Donny Hathaway, everything. And then she had a very eclectic, choice, genre of music as well. Like she listened to a lot of different things. So like we grew up on the Eagles, on Police. Okay. She had the biggest crush on Sting. Biggest crush on Sting, and she was always convinced like one day she was gonna meet him and have kids with him too. So we were gonna have British siblings, So that's what she told me, my brother. But I mean, unfortunately, it didn't happen because I was looking forward to having, a British sister or a brother, But yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was music was my first love. It was kind of like an escape, and then it kind of helped me out. It was the thing that helped me out too, because when I was younger and I went and stayed with my grandparents for a summer, they were like, you stay in this house, you gonna go to church, and I was like, I gotta find out what I like about church to make me want to keep going. And so when I went, I heard the choir that one Sunday, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is nice. And I wound up joining the choir. Then one choir turned into 4. Every Sunday I was up there with a different choir.
There you go.
So, okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool, and music, movies, TV shows has been my life growing up. I'm a character. I used to always imitate different characters I liked growing up, which brought me into the acting side of things. Just pretending to be someone else. It was pretty cool.
And you've had quite a few roles, but and we'll chat about those a little bit later on. But I know you are moving into, the direction of music, and that's where your career is going towards now. So, I mean, with that being said, I would love to talk more about your music. We are a music household, just like you had said with your mom. We love music. We're always going to concerts. We have music on all the time. So I definitely would love to chat more about that music. So I have an understanding you got a song coming out on June 23rd.
Absolutely. It's called Lead with Love, and I want to promote it sort of like a movement. One thing about me is I'm a big promoter of love. I'm a love giver. I'm an advocate for love. I believe the world needs more of it. And I felt like if I was going to finally, take the step of moving into the world of music, why not do so by, trying to be an inspiration and a beacon of hope or a beacon of light moving into tomorrow, because today everything is fueled by hate. It's so much of it. We see it all the time. Hate, race, uh, white versus black, black versus blue. It's far too viral, and I want to change that narrative, and I want to make love viral. And so with Lead with Love, we're hoping that this could be one of those timeless, ageless songs that just live on for the next 150 years, and influencing and inspiring and encouraging love.
There you go. See, we had on an episode, one of our very first episodes, Brian Hearn. I'm not sure if you know who he is from. He played in Pootie Tang, all that,
Okay.
as well as Hardball, and all of his music is about love. It's about his marriage, and I mean, we need more of that kind of music, right? And that's what Fabi kind of lives by, is do everything in love. I believe if that's the right way.
That's why I quote, do all things in love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there was songs over the years that, spoke to that. Music Soul Child, one of my favorite artists, did a song called Love on his first album. Sorry. Excuse me.
No worries.
Allergy.
Blushing. Okay.
Yeah, and so I just, I feel like it's a popular topic. It's a great song with a catchy chorus. Hopefully everybody to sing along and get that kumbaya vibe going on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I think it'll be a nice transition into the music field as well. As being an actor, the world's known me for that most of my adult career, or adult life. But there's a lot more to me than meets the eye, and in doing the music, I get to introduce a different side of myself to the audience, and hopefully gain more fans along the way. I'm excited. I'm super excited because just seeing the impact that the movie had on people, I feel like I stand a chance of having an equal, if not bigger, impact through my music.
Exactly. And we got to actually listen to the song, and
okay.
Yeah, and we actually were we have a snippet of it, if that's okay with you, if we share with everybody, so they have an idea what they're going to get themselves into come June 23rd.
Yeah, that's cool.
Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now. It's about 35 seconds. I didn't want to break all that anticipation for you, but I'll go ahead and play that right now. Give everybody a chance to listen.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
Lead with hope in the midst of the storm. I know you're getting tired, aching, and it's hard going on. In the light, I want to say all the things that I didn't know how to say.
There you have it, man. I just put a little snippet. Man, I'm telling you, that's just the beginning, man. It already hit you coming out the gate.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to start singing along like, it stopped. Okay.
Oh, man, you got some really good vocals. Definitely, a really good singing voice. Of course. So we're glad to actually know that this is happening, and we're definitely going to show some support. I mean, it's the least we could do, being that you've been on our show.
Appreciate that.
For sure. So are we going to get an album anytime soon, or maybe even a tour?
Well, album is in the works.
Okay.
It'll probably be a couple years before it drops.
Okay.
It's my first time doing it, and I'm a virgin to the industry as far as music is concerned. Been in the entertainment industry for the past 17 years, but on the brighter side of things for the past 14. So I'm familiar to a lot of aspects of the industry. I had the privilege of hanging around a lot of greats in the music world over the years as well. The last year of her life, I spent a lot of time around Whitney Houston, rest in peace. And it was just amazing because she's been one of my mom's all-time favorites. And so just getting to meet her and talk about my mom to her has been amazing. And just, the advice she gave me about stuff as well is just pretty cool. But so I definitely am working on an album. We got 2 songs so far recorded, working on outside of Lead with Love. I'm not sure yet how many songs are gonna be on the album, but it's a process and we're not trying to rush it. We're gonna take our times with it, but we do have a tour in the works that we're gonna be kicking off this August, actually right around my birthday. We're gonna be doing a tour up the East Coast from Georgia all the way to New York for about 2.5 weeks in August. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I don't want to say nervous. There's an anticipation. There's some butterflies, but I mean, I'm also a motivational speaker, so I've been on hundreds of, if not thousands of stages over the past 14 years, speaking to kids and teachers and colleges and universities and corporate figures as well. So that aspect of it, I got in the bag, because if I hadn't done any of that, just the thought of doing a tour and singing my songs would scare the crap out of me. So I'm actually excited about the tour. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a lot of hard work that I'm trying to prepare myself for, because this will be the first time I've done anything of this magnitude. And so, but it's going to be cool. I put on the show. I'm pretty funny. I'm pretty funny. I crack some jokes as well. I'll tell a story along the way, but I'll give you some great songs.
Okay. So do you already have some songs already written up or that you've made that you are going to perform while on this tour?
We're gonna do a little bit of originals and covers. Some popular covers that that people know and can enjoy and sing. I'll put my own little spin on it. And got a few originals that we're gonna throw in the mix. Lead with Love, and then probably like 1 or 2 others.
Okay. But, and are you gonna go? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just saying, but yeah, that's basically the route.
Okay. And you're gonna go by the name of Quinton Aaron, or are you gonna have a different name? Okay.
Now I'm gonna keep my name. I like my name, and this is an opportunity for people to get to know my name as opposed to calling me Big Mike all my life. I'm trying to, so I'd rather, keep my name. It's what I want people to get used to, and just, my mom picked a good one, so yeah.
There you go. No, I mean that's really exciting. Hopefully we catch you here in Seattle. We're actually in Seattle, so we'll hopefully catch you in Seattle one day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit that city on the western side of the tour, because this first tour is up the East Coast. Then we got 2 more we're gonna do. So I don't know the time frames or the dates, so don't hold me to it if it doesn't happen this year.
Yeah,
but
for sure,
just know it's coming.
Yeah, for sure. So besides music, are you doing any more acting? Is there any more acting in your future? Are you writing movies, producing, things like that?
All of the above, actually. I'm still acting. Right now, it's pretty slow in the acting world. As far as I'm concerned, it's slow for me. When you're 6'8", 400+ pounds, not many roles come down the pipeline for you. So you kind of gotta step into some other shoes and create for yourself. So I've been working on that. I actually wrote my first screenplay over the holidays. I'm not gonna do it yet. It's a work in progress, but I do have another film that's on the verge of being put into production, and I'm excited for it. It's a huge movie. I don't know how much I can say about it yet. Press release hasn't gone out, but it's a comedy. It's a Christmas comedy adventure, and it's going to be hilarious. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be the first film to go under the umbrella of my production company, along with my business partner, John Russell. We launched Nomadic Leo Entertainment.
Okay.
We're a couple of nomadic Leos who like to entertain. So we kind of like just came up with that name. And John has been my dude ever since the Blindside. He's been, we became friends on the set of that production and stayed in touch over the years. Now he's like a big brother / best friend to me. And, who better than to start your production company with? So, yeah, so I'm producing, writing, acting, singing, songwriting. I'm doing it all. I'll model if somebody want me to model something. I look good in a suit. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just throw that out there. So whoever see this and they got a suit, they want your boy to look at.
Add it to the resume.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, I ain't turning down nothing but the collar.
There you go. I mean, we love movies, man. So, again, you got our support. Anytime we see something with your name on it, we're definitely going to show some support. And it was actually Fabi was like, she threw me the idea. We started out as a YouTube channel, sharing our experiences with people that may not have the opportunity to get to go out and enjoy things. So they live through our videos. And we've seen a lot of that. Even people checking out some of our vlogs and actually, seeing things that we've done, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go check that out. Do you have any advice?" And then we moved it on over. I was like, "Man, I have a thing for talking to people, and I just love talking to people with the celebrity status because we're all normal people. You just have an extra talent and things like that, right? That's just really worked out for you."
Well, I believe everyone has talent, and
exactly
the difference between me and other people that's not in my shoes is it starts with a dream. So there's dream, then there's reality. And a lot of times, if you don't chase the dream, reality will tell you it's foolish, it'll never happen, leave it alone, get a job, you need to pay bills, you need the this, you need the that. But the dream requires sacrifice, it requires belief, and it requires that insane amount of faith and sustainability and consistency. You have to be insane in this industry. You have to be insane when chasing your dreams, because what's the definition of it? You're doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So the different result is the yes, because a lot of times you're going to hear no over and over and over again. But in this industry, it doesn't mean you stop because you heard the no. It means you keep going because you believe in yourself and your ability to know that you can turn that no into a yes one day. And that's where it comes from. That's the only difference between successful people and people who haven't achieved their dreams or goals yet is that dare to dream and that persistent chase, that resilient effort that you give towards chasing that dream until it becomes your reality. I got all of that from my mom because she used to always say to me, live your life chasing your dreams or live your life working for people living theirs.
Exactly.
And so chase your dreams until they become your reality.
Exactly. Yeah. So I did start the next segment of our channel, and you're right. We've heard a lot of no's while reaching out to people, and that's okay, right? Because we will get yeses, and those yeses will eventually make a difference. And Fabi was like, you should try reaching out to Quinton Aaron. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds ideal. And it happened. I mean, it took a little time, but it happened. And
that's what's up.
Yeah. So, man, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun, but you got our support 100% of the way.
I appreciate that, definitely.
Yeah. So I do want to talk a little bit of your acting now. You debuted in Be Kind Rewind, and that was
Oh yeah,
actually with Mos Def, which is
yes,
a New York guy, and
yeah.
Jack Black. I just gotta ask, man, that movie was hilarious. How
Oh
how
yeah.
was how was the set? Like, how was the filming? How did you get that part?
Well, first of all, I just want to say shout outs to y'all for watching it. That's what's up. Because it is a great movie, but not a lot of people got a chance to see it. Unfortunately, there was a lot of technical issues with the licensing rights to the movies that they portrayed in the film, and it kind of ate up the marketing budget, so they didn't really get to market it, which was unfortunate because it was a good movie, in my opinion. Not just because I was in it, but that was my first time on the screen. Before that, I had done theater, and sorry,
No worries.
goodness gracious. You know, when you talk too much and a cough, I wonder if the cough is like, shut up. Sorry. So it was my first time on screen. It was supposed to be one day, one scene. And at lunchtime, I'm sitting in the corner by myself, got a chair, eating my pizza, chilling. And then here comes the director, Jack Black, Mos Def, and Danny Glover all pulled up chairs and sat around me. And I'm like, oh, I'm looking like, did I do something wrong? Like, it's crazy, right? And they were like, hey, listen, so the gang that you were in the scene with, they're part of the movie. They're going to be shooting for the rest of the film. And we want to know, did you have a good time? Did you like the guys? I was like, yeah, it was real fun. It was cool. And they said, all right, how would you like to be a part of the filming, the rest of the shoot, along with the guys, and become a member of the gang? I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. So I was inducted into a gang, but it was in a movie, so it was like, so it was pretty cool, like, because I had never really thought about gang life like that. But in this case, I felt like it was all right because it was on a movie set. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, oh, I was, super excited. Next day I came to set. I had a trailer with the name on it and the star under it. I was like, oh,
That was big time.
Man, I probably got like, this was like the old phone, like probably like my second or third cell phone. I had like maybe throughout the shoot, like 600 selfies in there next to my door. Hey, come take with me. Next to my door, my name. Like, come on, don't cover the star. Don't cover the star. And it was before, it was like you couldn't really, so the camera was on the phone, but you didn't have the screen to where you could see, so you had to turn the camera like that, so you and look. Okay, that can't. One more time.
Yeah, back in the day, man.
Yeah, man, them old phones. Dang, it makes me feel old when I say that.
Man, yeah, no, that's a hilarious story. How did you get that role? Like, was there a certain audition piece?
So my boy Jules, he was doing background casting on the film, and along with Millicent, his boss, Millicent Diane, Jules Smuggles, Millicent Diane. Shout outs to my New York, New Jersey peoples. They were doing background casting, and I was what was I doing at the time? I think I was chilling. I was working at Starbucks. No, this was before Starbucks, but I was working somewhere. I just can't remember. It's almost 20 years ago. But I was working somewhere, and I remember Jules called me up, and he said, yo, I'm casting this movie, and they need a big dude, a big scary dude, and you the biggest motherfucker I know. I was like, okay. And he said, yo, you want to be in the movie? And I was like, yeah, I'm an actor, bro. Like, of course I want to be in the movie. So he's like, all right, bet. Show up to here tomorrow, catch the van to Passaic, New Jersey. So that's where we shot it. And so that's how I got a part of it. It was like literally they needed a big dude, and I was the only dude he knew. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I mean, you've had some serious roles. I used to watch Law and Order with my parents back in the day growing up. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. I
they
still watch
sat us
Law and
down.
Order.
You still watch it?
Yeah, I still watch Law and Order. That's my show.
So you, oh man, you know, I used to get so irritated. I would want to watch my cartoons or something, and they would just be like, "No, like you're gonna sit down and watch TV, and you're gonna enjoy it, basically." But now that I look back, I'm like, man, no, that's a good show. That's definitely a good show. So you were on season 17, I believe, and you played in the episode Bling as a bodyguard.
Yeah, that's right. It was season 17?
I believe it was 17.
Oh,
And
you
then
talking
you were
about the
on
regular law now. I think you was talking
Yeah.
about the SVU. Sorry.
Oh no, you were on SVU as well.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
so
wow, you found the regular one where I was playing the bodyguard.
yeah, and then you were also in one as a mentally disabled guy, and that was in season 11.
Yeah, well that was SVU.
That's SVU, yeah.
I wasn't mentally disabled. It was my aunt. She was paraplegic, and I was
gotcha.
Yeah, I was her caretaker. Caretaker, but it was like, and that was shout out to Jill Scott, who played my mom, and Lisa Arundel Anderson, who played my aunt, and she had gotten abused by the driver that takes her, that takes her to her appointments and everything. And when you're a paraplegic, you can't do anything. Like most people can blink their eyes, but they can't move any part of their body outside of their head. And so he took advantage of her. And then when I found out it was him, I tried to kill him.
Yeah. Okay. See, I had to pull out of my memory bank, and I did talk to my mom about that actually, and asked her, and she had to pull out her memory bank as well. But it all makes it all comes back. But man, it just seems so natural for those roles for you. I mean, the bodyguard, without a doubt, just seemed natural. Acting's good.
So before acting took off for me, I was a bodyguard in New York. I started out bouncing, actually. When I moved back to New York, one of the second job I had was a bouncer at New York City clubs up there. I was 18. I wasn't even old enough to be in the club. And I was up there. I was a bouncer at the spot called Jet Set Cafe in the Bronx. It was a Dominican spot, which was pretty cool. Like, that was my first bouncing gig. It was maybe 5 minutes away from the crib, so I didn't have a long commute home at the end of the night, which was cool. But it was fun because in the Bronx and the Dominican spot I grew up, you're in there all night and all you hear is bachata, merengue, salsa, reggaeton, and just on repeat. So you don't know none of the words to none of the songs, but you learn the dances. And as a bouncer, I'm in the club and I'm sitting in the back and I'm chilling. And, throughout the night, girls would come up to me and start dancing around me and dancing on me. And then when they found out I knew how to dance like that, it was over. I got so many numbers working there, so that was good.
Man, she said they fell in love.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, this big teddy bear dancing. Oh my God. Yeah.
I got my first taste in New York this last summer, man. And I tell Fabi all the time, she's like, you're so obsessed. I'm like, you don't understand. It is so different out there. The foods are amazing. The culture, just everything. And now she sees she's like, man, I guarantee you. Yeah, no, she wants to go now. She's like, man, I feel like listening to Biggie out there would just be so different, or 50. And I'm like,
exactly.
You have no idea. Like, I went to 226 St. James Place, the birth, where Biggie. Exactly. I went on over there, and I'm just like, man, I went to the stoop where Biggie and Little C's, all of them hung out at. I mean,
yeah.
I share all those memories with her, but. Yeah, no, I mean, I think she would love it, especially all the Spanish culture out there, for sure.
Absolutely. It's not like it, especially in summertime.
Yeah,
Like
no, summertime's
everything.
bad, man.
It's just
It's
like
humid.
it's just like the little things for me. Like when I can remember growing up as a kid, like walking down the street in the summertime, you hear the bell, and then we start chasing the icy guy, pushing the cart with the Italian ices, and then days where it was super hot, they turn the fire hydrant on, and then they have like the can with the bottom cut out of it, and they're making the water shoot up in the air like a sprinkler. The kids is out in the street playing, so it was pretty cool, man. Like all those.
Man, where was that at when I was there? I went in July to August, and man, it was so humid. I was like, man, I turned on the AC, man. It was so hot because I'm a big guy, man. I'm gonna sweat through my clothes,
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised you didn't see no fire hydrants going because like they did that mainly in the Bronx. I don't know about other boroughs because growing up I was mainly just in the Bronx. I didn't really kick it in Brooklyn. I went to Brooklyn a few times for work, but I went to Brooklyn more after filming The Blindside than I did my entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was for different events. I went and I sat courtside at a Nets game. This was
MSG.
cool. That was pretty dope. I still didn't get to see Jay-Z or Beyonce though, so I was kind of tight about that. I'm like, where Jay? Where B? Courtside. Where they at?
I went to a lot of boroughs out there, man, and we went to quite a few neighborhoods and things like that. So I got to see what neighborhoods were like, and then I got to see like the city and things like that. And I mean, you get a different, type of perspective for sure, opposed to like the touristy thing. And I went with my best friend, so he's been out there many times, and he just knew everywhere to go. So I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is cool. But I
definitely changed a lot. Since when I was growing up, but there's a lot of places to eat out there. Food is a big culture in New York, and and it's funny because like I'm a simple dude. Like some of my favorite places was like the halal stands.
Oh yeah,
like you go down to the city, they got the halal stands and they cooking the meat right there on the. Oh, bro, I used to get it like over a tray of rice and vegetables, and then you put the white and red sauce. Listen, I'm about to book a flight.
Yeah, man. No, food is a big part of our life, obviously, and yeah, man. Seattle's just not as fun anymore. But you have so many festivals out there. You got so many different, like so many cultures. It's crazy. And the hospitality, you got people that are always. I mean, everybody's on the go, but outside of like the cities. It doesn't seem like that. Not everybody's move. Like everybody's just like, hey, how can I help you? Cool, I'll help you, and then you're just on your way, right? But
yeah,
they may sound like they're mean and whatnot, but nah, they really do got a big heart. I mean, that I was at who was it? Styles P's Juice Bar. Met Styles P and I met Jadakiss while out there, and yeah, man, we got in the juice bar and the guys were just working, man, hardworking guys, and their accents, you could just hear it. And it's like, oh man, like these are some tough dudes, but nah, man, they were so humble,
Yeah. Well, you know what it's funny? I tell people a lot is if you look at people, we fear what we don't understand, right? And a lot of times, New York has gotten this bad reputation. From jump because one, there was a lot of crime going on, especially in certain boroughs and all of that. But crime is everywhere. But the end of the thing, at the end of the day, is like, don't present yourself as a target.
Exactly.
Don't prejudge people based on their appearance. You'll be all right. A lot of times, the aggressive people that mess with people or it's because they're looking at them like they already know they're bad and they're criminals. So, and that person doesn't like that, and they take offense. And so now they're like, "Oh, because you already prejudged me, and I'm a villain. I'm gonna be the villain to you." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the same thing. Like if a dog smells fear, oh, you afraid of me? Now I'm gonna bite you because you're afraid of me. What I mean? And I'm not
Exactly.
trying to say people are dogs. I'm just saying it's sometimes in certain areas they got their baggage, you got your baggage, and when the two collide, it's not really good. But I was the type of person that I'm God's child. So when I walk around, I treat everybody like they're my siblings. You know what I mean? What's up, bro? What's up, sis? That's my mentality. Like I was going to this security job one time, and I got off the train in Brooklyn. Now, back in the day, people from the Bronx didn't really mess with people from Brooklyn. People from Harlem didn't mess with people from Queens. It was just the way it was, like borough versus borough or whatever. So I get off the train and I'm coming down the stairs, and you could smell the marijuana when you got off the train, and you hear the music. And I'm coming down the stairs, and when I tell you the entire bottom of the stair, like you have to say excuse me, like as loud as you can to get by, because like it was about 40 or 60 bloods, red everywhere. I'm like, all right, whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna walk down like I know where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? And this is what I did. I engaged them directly. I come down the stairs because I'm on the way to a job, but I never been there. So I'm like, all right, yo, what up, guys? I need a favor. I'm trying to get to such and such, and I told them the address, and it was like, damn, bro, you big, bro. I was like, oh yeah, I appreciate it. And I've been working out, and they start cracking up. They like, yeah, man, go down there about 2 blocks, bang right at the, and I was like, all right, cool, and I kept it moving, and you know what I mean. But if I came down the stairs and I was like, excuse me, can I please get by? They probably would have started messing with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm acting scared. What you acting scared for, you big sophomore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like I presented myself like they cool, they my peoples. I need to know where I'm going. Could y'all help me out? And they was like, that's what's up. You go down there, boom. And so like and I take that approach with everywhere. When I lived in LA for 4 years, one of my boys, he's originally from there. And he got friends everywhere. His friends, a lot of his friends was from one side of turf, the other side of turf. So I've been to all the neighborhoods out there. I've been to South Central, Inglewood, Long Beach, all the places. You know what I mean? And never afraid, because we all peoples. That's how I look at it. We all peoples. We just do different things. You know what I mean? And so that was my take on it, and that's my take on life. I'm not a confrontational person. I can be. If you present me with confrontation, you're gonna catch some back. I'm just saying. But a lot of times people don't tend to want to poke the bear when they see it up close and personal. So
yeah. All right. No, yeah, that's it's exactly right. I mean, if you show fear, you're gonna face the fear, and then obviously if you go looking for problems, you're just you're gonna get those problems. But I do want to pass it over to Fabi. I know she definitely would love to chat with you about some Blindside.
Sorry, my eyes are like allergies.
Oh yeah. It's
my eyes are like.
It looks like it snowed out here. Oh, what was that?
No, I said she was crying, laughing. Tell the truth. My joke was
that too. That too.
No, it looked like it snowed out here because of as much like pollen and stuff is flying around. It looks like the ground's covered in snow. It's so bad.
Oh, that's when you just stay inside. There's that much pollen flying around. You like.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like what you doing? Why you got the mask on? You don't see all of that pollen? I mean, my record time I sneezed like 18 times in a row. Like I couldn't breathe. I was like,
oh man. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pass it over to Fabi and have her chat with you a little bit.
What's up, Fabi?
Hi. I mean, I'm sure you want to talk about your other leading role. I mean, I'm sure you get questions about it all the time. But what was your, or how did you get approached with the role for Big Mike? Or how did you come about it?
My mom got me the audition for it. It was definitely something that came by like in the middle of the night. Literally, she woke me up 3 o'clock in the morning one night, and she was online like on Access, like looking for roles and submitting me. And so she asked me to read something. I couldn't get my eyes open. I was like, "You have to read it to me. I can't see nothing. I can't see." And so she read the description of the character, but at the time it sounded like it was something she was writing about me. So that's how much the character sounded like me. And she was like, "Who does that sound like?" I said, "Me." She was like, "All right, cool. That's what I want to know. Go back to bed." So I'm like, woke me up for that. So I went back to bed because I had to go to work the next morning. I was working on a student film called Mr. Brooklyn at the time. And that was something I went to Brooklyn for. And a good friend of mine, Al Thompson, he's an actor as well, has been in several projects. We were working on a scene, and then my mom calls me like 10:30, and she goes, hey, what you doing? You busy? I'm like, I'm on set. She goes, all right, check your email when you get a chance. You got the audition for the lead role in a major motion picture. It's tomorrow. So we get a chance to try to look over the sides. I was like, what? Stop playing. I look at the email. I'm like, oh, snap, it is. And so I was like, in between takes, I'm reading the audition sides and and then still doing my lines for the short film, and then going back to the sides and da. And I went down there for the audition, and the lady, Twinkie Bird, was the casting director at the time. She saw me, and she remembered seeing a tape of mine because I had auditioned for Notorious to play Biggie.
Oh,
And that wasn't an in-person audition, it was a tape. So I sent in the videotape, and I was like, it was all a dream. I used to read for the magazine. Have you day up in the limousine? You had to do the song. You had to pick a Biggie song, rap it out, had a swag and everything. And then they had scenes to act. And she was like, first of all, you killed that audition. I wanted to give you the part, but you ain't look like Biggie. And I was like, what? She's like, Biggie ugly. You was cute. You was cute. I was like, thank you, I think. Because I was like, I wanted the part, but then I was like, oh, wait, she just gave me a compliment. So I was like, okay, all right, cool. Yeah, she's like, you got the nice smile and everything. Biggie was cockeyed. He had the big lips, and I was like, damn, I ain't even think about it like that. But but she was like, how much do you know about this material? And I said, just from the sides that I read. And she was like, all right, you ready for the audition? I said, yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm off book. I'm ready. And so she was like, I want you to know more about the story first, because I really think this is you. I think this is your role, right? And so she gave me the script. She said, I'm not supposed to do this. There's a coffee shop 2 blocks down. I want you to go down there, spend a couple hours, read this script, then come back and do the audition. So she gave me the script, went and read it, got familiar with the story, and then that's when I came back and did my thing. She was like, you ready? I was like, yep. She's like, all right, where are your sides? I said, don't need it. She's like, okay, all right, okay. And so did the audition, didn't miss a line, killed it every scene. And at the end of the audition, like when I finished, it was almost like I didn't see it happening while it was happening because I was engulfed into the character. But at the end of the audition is when I finally noticed the room. And it was Twinkie, it was her assistant Wendy, and maybe 2 other people that I don't even remember who they are. But they were all crying. Like they're like, Twinkie got up, came over again, and they hugged. It's like, we found our Michael. And it's like, you understand? When you say something like that to me, at that stage in my career, I was so like, that was the beginning. Like, I didn't know how this thing works, when she said that, I thought I got the part right then and there. I'm like, I'm walking down the street, I'm celebrating. I'm like, when I left, it was ever. I felt like Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness. And that scene when he got that job after
when
he
he
ran
settles,
across town.
yeah.
And he walking down the street and he just like clapping and crying and stuff. And it's like, I felt like I wasn't clapping and crying. Okay, maybe I did a shower tear. I had some tears. But I wasn't full on. But like, yeah, it was crazy because I thought I had the part, and you know what I mean. So, but I got home and I was like, all right, I'm gonna mess with my mom. I come in the door. She was like, how'd it go? And I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't think it's me, man. I don't think it's me. Like shoot, man. Like I'm messed up, like crazy. And she was like, yeah. So that's why I got a call back tomorrow. They called me before I got home. I was like, oh, I do. Like, you know. I started popping my collar. I was like, you know. It was funny, man. But yeah, that's how that role came to be, you know. And then I did the audition. I did the callback. Next thing you know, I'm getting flown out to LA to meet the director in person. And we spoke for like an hour, and we really hit it off. And then it's funny because like as I get ready to leave out the office for our conversation, there was maybe at that point it was like 5 people. It was down to 5 people for that role. As I leave out the office, Omar Benson Miller is waiting to go in. He's on the new show, True Lies. He's the big tech dude.
Okay.
He was Eminem's boy in 8 Mile, the big dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he was sitting there waiting to go in, and I saw him. I thought I was great until I saw him. I was like, damn, man, they gonna give it to him. He already famous. Nah. And I didn't say that out loud. It was just in my head. That's what I was going through. So I felt good the whole meeting. And I saw him, and I was like, this mother. That's that bull, man. All right. Well, I gave it a good shot. You know? So it was crazy.
Did you actually get to meet the real Michael, or?
Yeah, I met him not during the film. I met him 2013. Yeah, 2013. We did an autograph signing in Chicago together. Yeah. But that's it. That was ancient history.
How did that go for you guys? I mean, how was that meeting?
Next question.
All right. All right.
Oh, okay. Did you ever play football?
It was cool. It was all right. But I don't know. Y'all probably seen the articles. Him and his family kind of like verbalized their dislike for the film.
Oh, we never seen that.
None of that was said during filming, and the family was on set. But you know, it's whatever. I think they were selling the book at the time, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
did you ever play football, like preparing for that role? Because I know it's like big football role.
I played some football beforehand. I played 1 year in high school, and then I played 1 year of semi-pro, so I was familiar with the game. It just never really was my passion to play. Like I've always wanted to be in music and movies, you know. Mm-hmm. But I was familiar with the game, and then in movies, everything is choreographed. So even if I didn't know a lick of football, they can make me look like a superstar because every single play, every single move, what this person does in the play, all of that is choreographed. And they shoot it to make you look like a star. And on top of that, I had a stunt double for some of the roles because they didn't want me to get hurt. And I was like, man, as much training as I did, I want to do this. I want to hit people. They're like, nah, bro. You go sit over there. Hey, Robert. You know, so that's how it was for you. They don't let you do it until you become a megastar and you can say like Jackie Chan, I'm doing my own stunts. Studios call the shots because they pay so much insurance on you. And it's like, right. Listen, You mess around and pop a knee out of place and can't shoot for 6 weeks. That's money, you know. So
yeah.
and I was like, all right, well, I get it, because I wanted to do the car wreck too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
When they shot it from when you see outside the vehicle when it crashed, I wasn't driving. I was like, I want to do that. Oh, that looked crazy. I want to do that. And they opened the door and the driver got out and he was, oh, he could barely stand. His back was hurting. I was like,
what?
No, I'm glad I ain't do that. I'm glad. Nope, I'm straight.
Yeah.
I just wanted to legally crash a car until I saw the outcome, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm glad I didn't do that.
So that means that what's his name? SJ was also a stunt double, like for that part as well.
Well, no. So all right, so the actual now when I say there was the one scene where you see the car crash from the outside.
Uh-huh.
Right? You see the position when you see crash from the outside. That was when the car actually crashed. Now when we're in the car, we're in a sound stage. We're in like a warehouse. They had these green screens. So when the camera is shooting this way, seeing me, and sees the green screen, they could computerize like we're on the street driving, where we're really stationary inside of a warehouse. And then, so this day it was pretty cool. They took out the windows to the thing. They had the inside where the horn is at, like where the airbag's supposed to be, rigged with a compressor, and I had the button for it, and they put like baby powder in it. And then when they took out, everyone had like these fake buckets of rubber glass. And then so on action, we're singing, and then the director yells out, "Crash!" And I'm supposed to react, do it like that, and then and then push the button at the same time, and they all throw the rubber glass and hit us. So you see a puff of smoke, glass flying, and us reacting, and it was crazy. But we got it perfect on the first take.
That sounds so cool, man, to be honest.
Yeah, that was
I don't think people actually realize how much it goes into making a movie and everything you guys have to do like each day to actually get the scene.
Exactly. Like the camera tricks of Hollywood, you know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I know we're kind of getting towards the end of our time, but real quickly, I mean, you're no stranger to football movies, right?
No.
You actually starred in Greater, which was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, that was more of a cameo. I was only in it for like 2 seasons.
Yeah, as Coach Aaron.
Coach Aaron, exactly.
Which, I mean, what a coincidence, right? But were you familiar with that story of Brandon Burlsworth? Before all of that.
I am now, not before that though, because I'm not really I haven't really watched college sports.
Gotcha.
You know, I've been more of a pro sport guy. Like NFL, my team for the longest used to be the Packers and the Giants. And now it's the Jets. And it's mainly because I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, you know, I'm going where he goes, especially because the Packers have been pissing me off for the past few years with how they've been treating my boy. And I've been ready for him to go somewhere else because they've been doing him dirty. And I was like, you know what? Y'all messing up. You're messing up. And then so when he left, I was happy. And then he went to New York. I'm like, okay, let's go hometown. So I'm ready for, you know, my Jets, to bring home a championship. Giants got 2 in the past, you know, decade. So now it's time for the Jets to do something because they ain't had nothing since before my time.
Oh man, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
My best friend I told you about that I went went to New York with, he's actually heading out there to go watch the Seahawks and Giants play. And then he's going to watch the Chiefs and Jets play.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Yeah. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah. But real quick, that role for Greater, how did you get that little cameo there? For that.
So my buddy Josh Emerson, he was one of the main antagonists in the film. He was the dude with the goatee.
Yeah.
He was one of the football players that kept on giving Brandon a hard time.
Okay.
The tall white boy. He was like 6'4". I think he was the linebacker on the team or something. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, that's a good friend of mine, and
Okay.
he was telling them on the team and everything about me. And I was just finishing up a movie. No, wait, what's this? Yeah, I just finished up another project. I think I was somewhere. I forget where. But he called me and asked me if I wanted to do a cameo in this movie. And at first I was like, no, because I was tired. And he was just like, come on, man. It's a football movie. You got, da-da-da. He's telling me about it and telling me who was in it. And I was like, all right, let's go. It's a day. I'll make some. Okay, all right, cool. Let's do it. So I jumped on the plane and flew back out and went and did that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
Great
a good movie.
story, man. I love the movie. I watched it probably like 5 times.
I had to show Fabi. I mean, I was like, you know what? She loves those kind of stories, sad movies and things like that. And I told her about it. I was like, man, this guy went from being a walk-on at University of Arkansas. Even before that, he wasn't even supposed to be playing any kind of ball, but that's where he wanted to do it.
And that shows you the determination, the resiliency that he had, the consistency that he had. For something that he wants. Anyone can do what it is they want to do. It just it depends on their level of commitment, determination, their willpower, their belief. You know what I mean? Without those things, you can't get it done. But you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you have to chase that thing that you never got in order to get it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we do like to end our segments with a question that Fabi likes to always ask our guests. So I'm going to pass it back over to her, and then we'll kind of round it out with that, okay?
Cool.
Which I feel like you already answered in some parts already.
No, sorry.
No, I just like to ask, what's any advice that you have to give us or the people that are watching? Any advice that you have or you were giving throughout your life, and if you'd like to share that with us.
Well, yeah, I did actually answer that a couple times. I'll go back to it again. So when you have one life to live, you have to make a list of priorities from what's most important in your life, how you're going to achieve it, and who you're going to have with you. And so when you build this process, start moving accordingly, because everything else is either set up to distract you or, get in the way or maybe shift you a little different direction. But it's as long as you have those core things, because it comes from somewhere that we can't understand. My dreams to be an actor and singer wasn't made up by me. I feel like God gave it to me based on what my talents were. And it was my job to put in the work to pursue it and stay consistent and have that belief and have that tenacity to go after it. And so I encourage people to do the same, because that's the way to achieve what it is you set out to. And you got to work in silence a lot, because when you think about it, sometimes people will have no experience in what it is you have experience in. And you'll have this idea that you thought of, cultivated, and worked night and day on, and stayed up sleepless nights thinking about. Then you'll go and mention it to someone who knows nothing about the work you put in to manifest or bring to life this passion of yours. And within a split second, the first thing they say toward you is negative. They'll shoot it down. And depending on the influence that person has over you, it can deteriorate you from chasing that thing. You know what I mean? It's if I allowed the people that said negative things in my life to tell me, if I allowed what they said to me to be true in my head, in my mind, I wouldn't be where I am today, because I wouldn't have chased being an actor, because I would have, how many times I was told I'm big for nothing. I'll never be able to achieve that. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. It was what I desired to do. So I did it anyway, in spite of them. I didn't want to make their words true. And plus, I'm also the type of person that when you tell me I can't do something that I know I can, I'm going to work that much harder to prove you wrong because you don't know me. So it's one of those things where stay true to who you are, stay true to yourself, stay persistent and resilient in your goals, believe in yourself and your abilities, and keep the people around you that think like you do, that are smarter than you, and that move like you do, and that support you. Because if they don't do any of those things, why are they in your circle? Because it's like playing tug of war with your life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, there you have it. There you have it from the man himself. So that's the end of our show. We just want to thank you again, you guys, for working with us, getting you on. Stay tuned for music from Quinton Aaron, June 23rd. Got a single coming out. What's the name of the single again? One more time. Pitch that for us.
Lead with Love.
Lead with Love. And then stay tuned for a tour in a city near you. But that's the next journey right there for him.
Also, it's going to be on the radio June 19th.
June 19th.
Juneteenth, it's going to be on the radio, top 40 stations all throughout the country. So you'll be able to hear it somewhere.
There you go. Next step in your career is music. I mean, we could remember him for Big Mike and everything else that he's been in, but he's doing music now. So
exactly.
All right. Well, Quinton, we appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a great rest of your weekend. All right.
All right. Follow me on Instagram at official Quinton Aaron, TikTok at I am Quinton Aaron, Twitter at Quinton Aaron, Facebook I am Quinton Aaron.
There you go. We'll drop that all down in the description below. We need to show you some love.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, God bless.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Archives with Adam and Fab. Be sure to follow us on social media and stream the show wherever you find your favorite podcast. And most importantly, thank you so much for your continued support. We're having a lot of fun making these episodes, and we hope you guys are enjoying them as well. Stay tuned. We have a lot more exciting content for you guys coming soon.